Welcome, everybody. My name is Nick Giffen, and I'm here with two picks and two drivers to, I wouldn't say fade, but be underweight on in the Daytona 500 for your DraftKings lineups. So let's get right into it. Starting with the drivers I actually want to be underweight on because, well, they're two of the more popular drivers in the series. Denny Hamlin is a three-time Daytona 500 winner. He starts in the 30th position, comes in at a salary of $10,500. Like I said, three-time Daytona 500 winner, but also 3 times in a row coming in the optimal Daytona 500 DraftKings lineup. So you know he's going to be popular. Last year, he was in 52.5% of lineups, and that was while starting in the 25th position. Now he starts 30th, 5 spots further back. That's 5 extra points he could gain. So I actually expect him to be used even more, maybe close to 55 or 60% of lineups for Denny Hamlin. However, my model says he's going to be under 50% of the time in the optimal lineup. So my statistical model has him just under 49% in the optimal lineup. So if you want to play Denny Hamlin around 50%, I'm fine with that. But if you really want to get some extra leverage and try to win that $1 million prize on DraftKings for first place, I would love it if you leveraged Denny Hamlin even further, and instead of 50%, maybe you played him around 40%. Because if something were to happen where he doesn't end up in the optimal lineup, and I'd say that's going to happen, then you have extra leverage there, and you have more bullets at that first place $1 million prize. The next driver I want to be underweight on is William Byron. He starts in the 23rd position. He comes in at $9,400. William Byron won the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona in 2020. So yes, he's won at Daytona, but that's actually kind of the fluke in his resume. William Byron needs to finish 9th or better to reach the 50 DraftKings points threshold. And I say 50 DraftKings points because no driver under 50 DraftKings points has ever ended up in the optimal lineup for the Daytona 500. So if Byron doesn't finish 9th or better, he's pretty much not going to be in the optimal lineup. Well, he's failed to finish 9th or better in 11 out of 16 career super speedway races. So in other words, outside of that win, he's mostly had a lot of trouble at super speedway races. I think he's going to be in a lot of lineups because outside of Denny Hamlin, among the top tier drivers, he's the driver starting furthest back. So he's going to be the one that has the most upside outside of Denny Hamlin among, like I said, the elite drivers. But he doesn't quite have that resume, so I think he's going to be in too many lineups. Go underweight on William Byron. All right, the first driver I want to be overweight on now is Todd Gilliland. He starts in the 29th position. He comes in at a rock bottom salary of $4,700. He's the teammate of last year's Daytona 500 winner, Michael McDowell. So we know this team can win. So people might see his price tag, might think he's in a bad car. This car can definitely win if he can get it to the front. That's the big question. Can he get it to the front? Well, hopefully. Looking at last year, though, the reason I think he's going to be played in too few lineups is because the driver of the car he's in now, the number 38 car, that was driven by Anthony Alfredo last year. And last year in the Daytona 500, Anthony Alfredo was played in only 14% of lineups. And that was when he started 7 spots further back than Gilliland. He started in 36th. Well, Gilliland starts in 29th, so having 7 fewer spots of place differential potential, 7 less points he can achieve, that means he probably will be even less than 14% played than Anthony Alfredo. I'm projecting him around 10%. So my model actually thinks that he's going to be in the optimal lineup 15% of the time. So again, to get that extra leverage and try to win the $1 million, I'd play him 20 or even 25% because there is added safety in playing somebody starting in the back. Even if you don't win the $1 million, he'll still help you cash in a lot of your lineups. So I'm great with being overweight on him in 20 or 25% of my lineups total. The next driver I want to be overweight on is Ty Dillon. Again, to reach that 50-point mark, Ty Dillon just needs to finish 11th or better. He's done that 33% of the time of his career on super speedway races, and those were actually in 18 starts where he was with lower tier teams than the team he's in now. So he's now moved up a little bit. I mean, he's not in the best equipment, but he's still in equipment that can definitely get to the front. And he now has a teammate in Eric Jones as well, which should help him get through the draft. So a step up in car quality, an added teammate, that's good news for Ty Dillon. Also, I think he's going to be played in far too few lineups. If we try to find a comparison, Cole Custer started 27th last year. Well, Ty Dillon starts 26th this year. Cole Custer was in much better equipment last year and was only in 15% of lineups. So you can think Ty Dillon will probably be around 15 or maybe even a little bit less percentage of lineups this year. So I definitely like Ty Dillon. You know, if he's gonna be in 10 or 15% of lineups and he's reach the 50-point threshold, or at least finish 11th better 33% of the time, that's a good deal. All right, if you found these driver picks useful, make sure to give the video a like. Also, let me know which drivers you like for your fantasy lineups and which ones you're trying to avoid. Hope you all have a great Daytona 500 and good luck trying to win that $1 million.